Hey, what's up, everybody? This is your boy Kenny, and this is Empire Season 3 and Episode 1. And I believe the name of this episode is Light and Darkness. So, man, let's just say Empire came back with a bang, and I am so here for it. Now, all right, let's just get started here. Now, the episode opens up with Hakeem leaving completely pissed off because his wedding has been ruined. The woman that he was going to marry has left him. And, Lucius is telling him, you better get your ass back here. And he's telling Lucius to leave him the hell alone. So he hops up in the Just Married car and rides off. And then the next thing you know, I think Lucius is talking to Jamal. And then the next thing you know, we hear somebody fall. It's like a body just fell out the sky, and it scared the shit out of everybody. So, and I remember from the season finale, Anika and Rhonda were fighting, on the roof, and one of them fell over, and it turns out the one that fell over was Rhonda. So Rhonda, actually, fell to her death. Andre goes ballistic. He chokes Anika's ass up. He's like, you killed my wife. And Anika's breaking down because she didn't mean for her to die, but they was, going for blows. But Rhonda fell over, and then he has her choked up to the point that her water breaks. So she ends up going into a premature labor. Next thing you know, we're in the hospital. Anika is giving birth to the baby. Andre in the waiting room is it's like he's completely checked out. At first, Andre was about, getting his life right, getting things right with God. And now he's like, fuck God, and, I don't care about God. I don't care about what he wants. It's like, come on. I mean, this man just, not only did he lose his child, but now he lost his wife. So it's like his whole foundation is being ripped from under him. And it's like Andre doesn't even care anymore. And this is the part that really took me out too. Anika is actually giving birth. Lucius comes in because, now him and Anika are married. And, they only got married to, so that the feds, won't make Anika testify. So they had this marriage, to keep her from having to testify against her husband. Well, Anika's giving birth. Lucius literally whispers in her ear that you're going to say that she fell and you're going to go along with this, or the same could happen to you. Now, Lucius is one sinister motherfucker because he is literally threatening this bitch while she's giving birth to his granddaughter. And that's another thing he got pissed off too, because once he found out the baby was a girl, he's like, you lied to me. So it's like Anika literally had a plan from the start. And now her plan, has been fulfilled. She's now married. So, but the thing is, I think the marriage is not, it's not a real marriage. I mean, it's real on paper, but there really is no love there. But it's like, wow. It's just crazy, now she's just giving birth to Hakeem's daughter. And she's in this loveless marriage, but yet she has access to the Empire, and that's what she wanted. Now, the next scene, we see that Lucius has completely brought in some of the biggest artists, in the industry. And we see Baby, we see French Montana, and I think Future's there as well. So it's like he pretty much is, and I like this scene because it was kind of reminiscent of Harlem Nights. You know, all of these men who got money, who look good, and they're all drinking and playing cards and, you know, just enjoying life. But Lucius actually introduced to them that he is going to, you know, this whole thing what he was doing with Slipstream, he's now going to make his Empire Stream. And, you know, they're going to be the biggest, you know, music outlet in the world. And he's trying to get all of them on board that if you, you know, get on my team and you know, let me get your catalog of music, you know, I can make you guys crazy money. And Baby's character was really kind of going in like, man, Empire is, you know, is dying. Empire is getting swallowed up. You know, you got the feds, you got all of this negative publicity about Empire, man. What makes you think this shit gonna work? And what makes you think you gonna double my money? So, and Lucius is just real smooth with it, like, look, you know, I'm a king. So I always bounce back. And I always win. And it just goes to show you that Lucius is not the type of guy that walks away from a challenge. He's definitely not the kind of guy that is going to be feared. You know, he's definitely the type that goes against the grain, and he always rises to the occasion. So that's a good thing to know about that. Next, we actually see that he's having a meeting. Cookie's there, and we can definitely tell that Cookie is really feeling some emotional hurt after the fact that he chose to marry Anika, and you know, she's definitely torn because it's like she feels again Lucius has chosen someone else over her. This time it being Anika, of all people. Well, they're having this meeting, and Lucius decides that Jamal is going to perform to launch this new Empire Stream. And, you know, Hakeem is like, nah, I should perform. And they both go back and forth, you know, throwing jabs at each other. And then Cookie's like, look, you both need to cut it the hell out, you know. And, of course, Cookie's heart is also, you know, hurt because, you know, Andre just lost his wife. And she knows that Andre's going through it. And she then reaches out to Jamal and says that, you know, make sure you check on him and make sure he's good. So, while this is happening, and she tells Hakeem and Lucius that they both need to stop tripping and grow the hell up, you know, Hakeem gets bucked with Cookie's like, well, what you gonna do, Cookie? You know, there ain't no brooms around here. What you gonna beat me? She's like, nah, I ain't gonna beat your ass, but you need to get your shit together. And then he runs off like, there you go again, running off like a little girl. Like, Cookie's a mess. But yeah, so he ends up, after that, he leaves, you know, in his feelings, and he goes in the studio to work on this song. And the song is missing something, but the song is good. And he's in the studio. He has an engineer there. Also, Becky's there because now Becky, you know, is the head of A&R now, so she's there. And he's having some issues with the song, and they're going back and forth. And then the next thing you know, guess who shows up? Sean Johnson. Sean comes in there, literally takes over, you know, the session. You know, he starts touching the sound, you know, the soundboard and everything. The engineer intervenes, and he just literally beats this engineer's ass. And I'm like, this motherfucker is a fucking lunatic. Like, but then again, he definitely has leverage because he can destroy Lucius. You know, he is one of the original henchmen that pretty much did some dirty killings for Lucius to get to where he is as far as establishing his empire. And he's one of the ones that is still, that is pretty much on his team. So, Shine knows this, but Shine is using this as a way of him getting into the industry and him fulfilling his dreams of being an artist. And You know, he just causes, it's like, not only did he cause ruckus at the wedding, he causes ruckus now in Hakeem's session. And Hakeem is like, man, you need to get your ass up out of here. You already done ruined my wedding. He's like, well, you know, you got some women who are runners, and you got some women, you know, and you got some women who were there. So, we now know which one you had. I was like, you cold-hearted motherfucker, man. Like, you practically ruined this man's wedding. Now you in here ruining his fucking session. But then Lucius intervenes and he's like, dude, you know, I don't know what the hell your problem is, but you can't come in here assaulting my artist, taking over fucking, you know, sessions and shit. Like, what's your aim? And he's like, look, I got this new girl over here, this artist, and I want her to, you know, I want you to draw up a deal for her. And he's like, man, that shit ain't gonna happen. You know, what the hell is your problem? And again, you know, Shine gotta let his ass know, like, bruh, if you don't want me to go run to Tariq's ass, I suggest, you know, you heed to what I'm asking for. So he's like, okay, fine, you know, we'll settle it. And then later on we see them talking. They actually decide that she's gonna do some background in the bridge on Jamal's song for the Empire stream premiere. Or for the Empire stream launch. But then Lucius walks off, it's like, oh, you know, you always got to have an upper hand. You know, a player always plays a fool. I'm going to have that bitch's mic turned off and ain't nobody going to hear shit. So that's his aim. But then Shine also takes the song that Hakeem is working on and he remasters it. And when Hakeem gets in there, the song is fucking fire. I mean, I literally was bobbing my head to the shit like, hell yeah, this shit sounds good. But then we also know that Shine is definitely working his way within the Empire, where he's going to get his own stake within it. So now he got a hot song with Hakeem, and he's trying to get this girl on, but not knowing that Lucius is actually trying to sabotage her at the same time. Also, we see that Tariq is moving in on the whole Lion family. And, you know, they try to get to, and they know that Tariq is after Anika because he wants to, you know, rip Anika away from Lucius, so get her to testify against him and they can take him down. And plus also prove that the marriage isn't real. So him and Cookie rush to the hospital. They realize that he's gone, that Anika's gone, and you know, so Cookie's like, look, you need to find her, you need to move her into the house, and you guys need to put on the front that this marriage is real. You know, you need to live it. So he moves her in, and immediately we see, you know, Mama Walker in the kitchen, and she literally comes after her with a damn knife. Well, she literally doesn't come there. She literally has the knife, and she's coming right at her like, you know, I don't know why my son married you. You probably try to poison my food. Don't you touch anything in this kitchen. And literally had the knife pointed in her direction, and then Anika's like, take me to the nursery. She's like, okay, I ain't gonna waste my time dealing with this crazy bitch. So, yeah, she moved into the house, you know, her and the new baby, but yet she in the house with Mama Walker, so she better watch her step. Next thing, we also see that Cookie is sitting down with her sisters, Carol and what's the other one's name? Well, it'll come to me. But she's sitting down with her sisters, you know, and they start talking about Tariq, and then Cookie is kind of peeping the conversation because they're talking about Tariq this, Tariq that, and she's like, why the hell y'all bringing up Tariq so much? She's like, you know what? I know what this calls for. It's time for y'all to go. So Soon as she's about to like put their asses out, soon as she opens the door, Tyreek is right there at the damn door, and I'm like, this pie-faced ass nigga is literally thirsty to take Lucius down. You know, he's an FBI agent and he's looking to destroy Lucius. And then also we found out the last season that him and Lucius are brothers. You know, they have brothers. You know, they have the same father. And you know, then you actually see her sisters letting her know that, look, we're here about protecting you. But if you go against Lucius, after all the shit that Lucius has done to you, you know, why are you protecting him? You know, get rid of Lucius' ass. You know, and she really peeped that Tyreek is now working his way, you know, into the family, and he's trying to work every angle he can to take Lucius down. So Lucius, being the charismatic asshole that he is, knows that Tyreek has been, you know, keeping tabs on him. He literally goes out and serves him some dinner, and you know, and Tyreek denies it, and then, you know, Lucius goes to his car and is like, look, won't you come to dinner, your family, you know, let's have dinner, let's discuss things. So Tyreek goes to dinner, and let's just say this, Tyreek showed his natural black ass during this dinner. Like, he starts going in on everybody. I mean, he, you know, starts going in on Andre. He tried to go in. He went in on Hakeem. Jamal checked his ass and was like, yeah, we did this. Yeah, he threw me in the trash when I was 6. He made me marry this bitch I didn't even know. And yeah, he definitely got butthurt about this whole Asa Award shit. But that's still my father, and I'm riding with him. And then he definitely tried to go after Cookie. And this is where it got good for me, because he starts saying that, you know, Cookie, you the main one. You know, you pretty much sitting at a table that's not even yours, and it never will be, because you always playing second fiddle to this mulatto bitch. And I'm like, this disrespectful ass nigga. You know, they invite your ass to dinner, and you pretty much are playing divide and conquer, where you're playing devil's advocate, and you're trying to spin so much shit that you'll get everybody against each other. But one thing I loved about this is how Cookie handled it. Cookie's like, first of all, we're family. You know, maybe you don't know too much about that, but yeah, Lucius didn't come from much, but Lucius has built something. He has built a foundation that we all partake in, and we're not going to let nobody break it down. Nobody. And I think it's time for you to go, because, you know, we actually have a show to do tomorrow. I mean, we actually have legitimate careers. So we got things to do. And then she's like, oh, can you pass the salt? Okay. Would you like a to-go plate? I was like, that's my bitch right there. I love me some Cookie Lyon. Just completely shut Tyreek down. And I was definitely here for it. Now we get to the night of the Empire stream launch. Jamal wants to do this new song he wrote, which actually is a very deep song, and it's really beautiful. I mean, it's a song talking about, you know, gun violence, police brutality, what happened in Orlando, you know, talking about real life issues that we're dealing with right now. But it's not the song that Lucius chose for this event. And, you know, Jamal is dead set on doing this song, and he's like, the hell with Lucius, I'm going to do what I got to do. Well, on the night of the performance, he starts to have a meltdown on stage, because he's thinking about back when he got shot. He's thinking about Frida Gatz, and that Lucius hasn't done anything to help her. It's like she's been locked up, and, you know, it's like Lucius kind of like cut all ties with her. So Jamal is freaking out and has to be taken off stage. Old girl who Shine is trying to, you know, who pretty much Shine had brought to Empire. She's supposed to be singing backup and also just singing the bridge to the song. And she's a good singer. She has a great voice. Old girl walks to center stage and starts singing, sings the song and completely rips the house down. Even Tiana was feeling some kind of way about it. So you know bitch got some fire. So Sean, pretty much said, well, looks to me, Lucius, we're going to be doing business together. So he's mad as shit, going off on fucking Jamal like, you whack son of a bitch. I mean, even to the point where when Jamal broke down, he literally went behind Jamal's head and did this. I'm like, you cold-hearted bastard. But they pretty much go back and forth, and Jamal rips in and says that, look, all of this bad shit is happening with the feds. Everything is happening because of you. All of us are affected by your decisions, and now we're screwed because of you. And what happened with me and Furious shooting me, it was because of you. So that pretty much shut Lucius down for a moment. We actually also see that Andre is having a fucking crisis because he's starting to see Rhonda appear to him, and literally Rhonda was his rock. She was the one who made sure he took his medicine. She was the one that made sure that, he was able to function day to day. And she's kind of, the ghost of Rhonda is kind of fucking with him, saying that without me, you ain't nothing but a ghetto. You ain't nothing but a ghetto motherfucker with a mental problem. You ain't shit without me. So what's gonna happen now that I'm gone? And you allowed this bitch to kill me. You believe this bitch that she didn't do what she did, and I know that she was the one who pushed me down those stairs. And then all of a sudden he's freaking out, and then next thing you know, we actually see Jamal's there, and then he's kind of like, I'm okay. So we actually see that, man, and I must have to say, oh boy is a great actor. I love seeing him in this role, and I think we're going to see a lot of him this season, and I'm all here for it, because I think it's to the point now where Andre's not going to give any more fucks. And the episode ends with Lucius holding the baby. He's talking to the baby. He's kind of like letting some personal shit slip. And next thing you know, we see a damn teddy bear, and it's a camera in it, and fucking Tyreek is watching and hearing everything. So it's like Tyreek has completely moved himself in where he's going to try to do everything he can to take him down. So either Tyreek is either going to get on the money train, or he's going to have to be laid down. So that's my review for Empire. I am so happy that Empire is back, and I'm so happy that Cookie is doing her damn thing. Well, I'm going to see you guys next week for Empire. Subscribe to me. Subscribe. Leave comments. Like this video, and I will definitely be up with you guys. Take care.